The Saints are allowing 146.7 rushing yards per game. The Chargers love to run the ball. They don't want to throw a whole lot. Kind of interesting that somebody looked at Justin and said, hey, you know what? Like, throwing less with him might be better. Like, he's kind of been like the golden child of like NFL analytics for a long time. And it's never quite worked out the way it should. And I feel like they've kind of figured out like a good way to do it. Is this a winnable matchup for the Saints?
Yeah, well, we get to watch the Chargers tonight on Monday Night Football, and they're on the road on Monday Night Football. I pointed out how much I thought this stunk for the Saints when they had to go at Kansas City and then have a short week before playing Tampa Bay in a big game. Now the Chargers are going to be the team doing that. Because Justin Herbert looked a little bit more like himself in the last game, I thought. Did they have a good win over Denver, right?
Yep.
And so that was one of the best they looked. Herbert was battling some health issues. He had 237 yards in the touchdown pass. But yeah, no, I mean, this is Jim Harbaugh got back to the NFL and he called up Greg Roman, who was running the Kaepernick offense, who was running the Lamar Jackson Baltimore rushing offense. He likes to run, and that's going to be a core principle for them. They haven't dominated by doing that, though. I mean, even though they like to run and they're really good at it, and J.K. Dobbins was a revelation early in this season now that he's healthy, they're still only 12th in rushing yards per game. They're like 19th in rushing yards per play. And overall, their offense is bottom 8 in the NFL in points and yards. So they're not blowing the doors off anyone by doing that. But I still don't like the matchup for the Saints. The Saints aren't going to stop them from running the ball. No way.
The only reason I think their rushing yards aren't where they're supposed to be is because they had a game against Pittsburgh and they had a game against the Chargers. And they're two really good defense. And like their high rusher in those games was 44 yards, 32 yards. And we just kind of see where they're at. Yeah. But like against Vegas, Dobbins had 135. Against Carolina, he had 131. Against Denver, he had 96. Yeah. So I think they might do it
against the Saints.
Yeah, and you're playing a bad run defense. Like I think it could open up a little bit for them.
And the Saints won't have a big enough lead to stop them from running the ball. Like that's the best way to stop a team from running is to take a lead. The Saints won't.
Yeah, not playing the way they're playing right now. I mean, they have two losses, both to good teams, Pittsburgh and the Chiefs. They beat Vegas, they beat Carolina, they beat Denver. So they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. They've looked pretty good in those games. Herbert, like it's crazy kind of going down the list. 144 yards passing against Vegas, 130 against Carolina, 125 against Pittsburgh, 179 against Kansas City, 237 against Denver. Like they haven't let a game get out of hand either. They lost to Pittsburgh by 10. They lost to Kansas City by 7. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's kind of the opposite of how the Saints probably would want to play a team. They are beatable for sure. I don't think that they're this like juggernaut team at all, but they're playing decent defense. They run the ball pretty well. They want to run the ball. They're a team that I think, you sit there and you say, like, why don't they just keep running if they can't tackle them? And then, I think they're actually a team that'll do that.
Yes.
So this one could become demoralizing if they don't score points and they don't stop the run.
I mean, the Saints just gave up 277 and 230, I think. Over 500 rushing yards in back-to-back games, and now they're playing a team that probably runs the ball better than either of those two teams.